Welcome to Telling Time with Sandglasses, marking the passage of time with sand instruments. The American Clock and Watch Museum is a wonderful place to visit. It has a variety of sandglasses in its collection. Do you know what a sandglass is? A sandglass is an instrument such as an hourglass, sand timer, egg timer, or sand clock that is used to measure the passing of a determined amount of time. It usually consists of a vessel having two compartments connected by a narrow opening through which sand or a similar substance runs from one section into the other. You have probably already used a sandglass at some point, whether it was to play a game or time an activity. Now that you know what a sandglass is, you might be wondering just when and how people started to use sandglasses. The first claims to the use of sandglasses can be traced to ancient Greece as far back as the 3rd century, and evidence suggests that they might have been used in ancient Rome to time speeches in the Senate. Sandglasses were used to measure the passage of time. Historically, sailors used them to measure time and distance for ocean travel, to time the length of their watch or how long crew members worked. Shopkeepers used them to determine hours worked. They were used by doctors to time a patient's pulse, and they were used as egg timers. By the 1400s, sandglasses were commonly used in households as a kitchen tool. Today, they are used in a variety of games, for decorative purposes, and even as souvenirs. Let's review. A sandglass is an instrument, such as an hourglass, sand timer, egg timer, or sand clock, that is used to measure the passing of a determined amount of time. It usually consists of a vessel having two compartments connected by a narrow opening through which sand or a similar substance runs from one section into the other one. Let's think about it. A sandglass is an instrument or vessel or device that has an upper and lower chamber. Sand. The chambers or sections of the sandglass hold sand or a similar material that flows freely from the upper portion into the lower one at a predetermined rate. Amount of time. The amount of time that it takes for the sand to flow from the top portion of the sandglass into the bottom is determined by the size of the narrow opening that connects them. Are you ready to make your own sandglass? Let's get started. Let's begin by organizing your supplies. You will need the following materials for this activity: 2 bottles, connector caps, 1 funnel, sand, and a timer. You will need a timer such as a stopwatch for this activity. If you don't have a stopwatch, you can use the second hand on a clock or watch, or the timer on a phone. Now it is time to build the sandglass. Set one of the bottles on a flat surface. Place the funnel in the top opening of the bottle. Ask a friend to hold the bottle steady while you slowly and carefully pour the sand into the bottle through the funnel. When all of the sand has been poured into the bottle, attach the connectors securely. First attach to the bottom, and then twist the top bottle into the connector. Now that your sandglass is complete, it is time to see how it works. Take your sandglass to a flat surface. Turn it over so that all of the sand falls to the lower section. Set your timer to 0. Flip your sandglass over and start your timer. How long does it take for all of the sand to go from the top portion of your sandglass into the bottom? Test your sandglass a few times to make sure that it is working consistently. You might have to make a few adjustments. And speaking of adjustments, have fun and experiment with your sandglass. If you want to shorten the amount of time that the sandglass measures, what do you think you should do? What should you do to lengthen the amount of time that it measures? No matter what you decide, we hope that you have enjoyed this activity and will plan to visit us soon at the American Clock and Watch Museum in Bristol, Connecticut. While you are there, we'd love to show you our special collection of sandglasses.